Have you ever gone to the gas station, you get out of your car, you get to the pump, maybe you've even already paid for your gas, only to realize you parked on the wrong side of the pump? Well, I've done that, and unfortunately, I've done that more than one time. And that is because not every car has the gas tank on the same side. And there is a simple solution to this. There's actually a very simple yet effective fix if you look on your dash. On your dash, you'll see your fuel gauge, and right next to your fuel gauge, you'll see a little arrow pointing to the right. This is telling you that the fuel door is on the right side of the car. Just an easy, convenient reminder the next time you go to fill up. And this is not just on Subaru, this is on many cars. And it was actually created by somebody who worked for Ford in their engineering department. Somebody named Jim Moylan came up with this idea on a day much like today, where it was raining. He was on his way to a work meeting. The car he was driving was low on fuel. He got out and was met with the same inconvenience that we have all been faced with at least one time in our life. He parked on the wrong side of the pump. So with this, he came up with the idea to just simply put a little arrow as a reminder to help us all remember the next time we go to fill up. This was implemented on Fords shortly after he came up with the idea, and thereafter, over the many years, it has been adopted by almost every other car brand because of how effective it is. It's so simple, but very helpful for all of us. And this got me thinking, why don't car manufacturers just standardize it and put the fuel tank on the same side of every single car? That would make it a lot easier for everybody so they don't have to remember each time they go to fill up. Well, there's reasons why it varies from car to car and location to location. We're gonna dive into that next. Here in the United States, we drive on the right side of the road, the driver is on the left side of the vehicle, and for the fuel door, it's on the right side, on the passenger side of the car. And it's said that the reason for this has to do with safety. So if you think about, if you've ever ran out of gas, you're on the side of the road, you've pulled off to the right side, you would want a gap between you and traffic. So that's part of the reason why it may be on the passenger side for safety. But I'm not sure if this also applies for the Japanese Subarus, the Subarus that are sold in Japan. It was kind of difficult, surprisingly, to find a credible source to determine what side of the car the fuel door is on in the Japanese spec Subaru. So if you live in Japan, if you do know, please let us know down in the comment section below, because Google, unfortunately, is giving conflicting information. I found sources that say it is on the left side, and I found sources that say it is on the right side. But I do know that in Japan, at least, they do have the driver on the right side of the road, and they drive on the left side of the road. So my thought would be that if it is indeed a Subaru safety thing, that they would have the fuel door on the opposite side, no matter which country you are in. And knowing that information, wouldn't it make sense to have all the US vehicles with the gas fill up on the right side of the car? Well, interestingly enough, I found this article online. I was just Googling how many cars in the US actually have the gas fill up on the right side. And it appears that it's the minority. 22% of cars sold in the US have the gas tank on the passenger side, the right side of the car, while about 78% have them on the driver's side. So they state here in the article that many German and European automakers like BMW, Audi may have their gas tank on the driver's side, but also I've noticed that some of the other Japanese companies like Honda, Toyota, don't necessarily have it on the right side of the car. Some of them, even here in the US, have them actually on the left side, the driver's side of the car here in the US. Now, I've also thought of some reasons why you may want the gas fill up on the same side of the driver. And I've personally owned both Honda and Toyota, and I will say that it does feel a little bit easier to line up with the pump on the driver's side. And also, if you're driving a big truck, you may notice some really big trucks have the fill up here on the driver's side just behind the cab. And I think especially even more so if you're driving a big truck, it makes it easier to line up with the pump. And it appears that virtually all of the Hondas, these are Japanese, come with the gas tank on the left side, no matter if you're getting it in Japan or getting it here in the US. And this is probably more for efficiency. I would imagine that if they can make all the cars with the exact same setup with the gas tank in the rear, that it probably cuts down on production cost, but I'm not 100% sure. And the good news is, no matter which side of the car your gas tank is on, we have Moylan's arrow to help us remember. And now I'm curious to know, which side of the car do you prefer your gas tank fill up on? As I've mentioned, I have some preferences slightly towards the left side because of ease of lining up with the gas pump here in the US, but I also understand the benefit of the potential safety aspect of having it on the right side if you do run out of gas and have car trouble where you need to fill up. But maybe there's some other reasons that you can think of on why you might want it on one side over the other, and I'd love to hear what you all think down in the comment section below. By the way, if you do own a Subaru and you are cycling through your menu here looking for vehicle information, you might get confused by this screen here. This shows you the estimated miles until empty. So about 210 miles until you will run out of gas. Well, what oftentimes comes up is people ask, well, why is there an arrow pointing to the left? That might make you think that your gas tank is on the left side, when actually, as we see here down in the fuel gauge, our gas tank is on the right side. So don't get those two confused. This is telling you how many miles until E, and this one is telling you that your gas tank is on the right. Fortunately though, it does appear Subaru has addressed this with their newer models. As you see here in the Outback, we have the digital gauge, and if we cycle through the menu, instead of it being in the center, it's on the side, and there is no information on this side of the screen that has the estimated miles till E. Instead, it's down here right by the fuel gauge where it probably should have been in the first place. So this makes a lot more sense. There's just one arrow and it's telling you estimated 220 miles until empty. Subaru also has added some other cool features built in that help when it comes to fill up. So as an example, years ago, you used to have to pull a lever on the floorboard in order to release the gas door. But now, whenever you open your driver door and you walk around to the passenger side, you don't have to remember whether or not you pulled the lever. Instead, this gas door automatically unlocks for you. So you just press on it and it opens up. You do have the ability, so if your car is locked and you press on this gas door won't open. That is because there's a locking pin here that goes in place. If you click the lock button, you'll see it. It goes in this hole here to prevent somebody from siphoning your gas. There's also a cool little place where you can store your gas cap while you're filling up. So as an example, you could just put your gas cap here instead of having it dangling down below. So it's a nice little handy place to put your gas cap when you're filling up. It's conveniently located, and then when you're done, all you gotta do is pop it back in place. So just a neat little thing that Subaru has added on the inside of the gas door. I hope you all have found this video helpful, and maybe next time you go to fill up, it'll make it that much easier. Hopefully you never forget which side of the pump you need to be on now, thanks to Jim Moylan's arrow. And I do also want to give a huge shout out to Bill. He is our redelivery specialist here at Bachman Subaru. He's the one that actually found out who invented this arrow. For years, I've been talking about this and sharing it with customers and telling them, just an easy reminder, next time you go to fill up, here's how you know which side to pull on. But I never knew who created it. So if it wasn't for Bill, I may not have found that out. So huge shout out to him. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you in the next video.